Good afternoon, everybody. Vanessa Kim here. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to dress casually for a soft dramatic, which is a real problem for a lot of soft dramatics because we tend to feel like it's just so over the top. Even though we don't look over the top, we can get away with wearing quite ornate things and still look quite casual. But I'm going to address that today. I'm also going to look at Christina Hendricks, which is one of the lovely ladies on my YouTube channel suggested, why don't we look at Christina Hendricks? I absolutely love everybody on this channel because everybody's contributing and they're all talking about things that are working for them, and it extends our knowledge. And that's what makes me try different things as well as all of you. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and click the bell. Love to have you here. Just amazing, amazing women. And some men we've got on here too. Now, the number one thing I want to talk about is Christina Hendricks, because she's very loved by soft dramatic women, and most women think she's amazing. A lot of women think that she is an hourglass shape. In fact, she's not an hourglass shape. If you have a look at her here, you can see that she's actually got a T silhouette, which is what Kibbe's verified her as a soft dramatic. Now, because we see hips, we see a waist, and we see a bust, we naturally think curvy hourglass, but it's just not true. And the reason I want to point this out is because if you have a look at that body line, you start to get a different idea about your own body line, because this is not just for soft dramatics to look at, this is for everybody. So when you start to see your own lines, it just makes a huge difference when you're buying clothes, because you can get to see exactly what you should be buying because you're creating a certain type of shape. And we're not into body shapes. We're not talking about pears and apples and hourglasses. We're talking about your lines of your body, your bone structure and the flesh that sits on the bones. But we're looking at how to drape those lines so that things like your tummy disappear. And if you haven't seen that video from last week, it's been quite popular. Thank you very much. And I'll leave a link for it in the comments. And another video that's been very popular is also how to style a particular dress that's wide into a soft dramatic dress. But this is, as I said, applicable for everybody, because all you need to do is start to use elastic bands or knots to tie your dress in certain ways that works with your body shape, your body structure. So if you are a dramatic, you're going to look for a more rectangular type of dress that goes from shoulder to floor, shoulder to calf, and you're just looking for a straight down rectangle. You know, if you are a flamboyant natural, then you're looking for something that's going to be unstructured and follows the width of your shoulders down to the floor. So you can be really unstructured and you can carry that off because you've got a more dominant yang than most of us. And the soft dramatic, needs to ensure that we really focus on showing the hip line. And this is a small detail that a lot of Kibbe enthusiasts miss, because when we read Kibbe, we just see we're T dominant and we must accommodate the curves. So you can only start to understand this when you're dressing like this and all of a sudden you see the long rectangular shape. And if you really look, it's a T, but you start to see this long rectangular shape with the hips and bust. And then you were like, all I've ever focused on was my hips and my bust and how big or small my waist was. And I've never looked at that rectangle. Now, when you dress in that rectangle, so you're really dressing in the vertical part of the T, when you dress in that line, you are going to get it right every time. And then have a fabric that's soft enough to go over the curves and cinches in a little bit at the waist, but not massively. You don't even need a massive cinched in waist. In fact, a different color belt looks absolutely awful on a soft dramatic. It breaks up your line. So you're looking for materials like chalace, handkerchief linen, which is a softer kind of linen that's got a little bit of a rough texture to it, really beautiful silks, and even chiffons can work for you, a silk chiffon actually. Now today what I've got on is just one of those dresses, you know, from the hippie shops that you get. They're really soft fabric. For my liking, they're a little too soft. We need a little bit more texture in our fabric just to give it that little bit more strength. But because the pattern is quite bold and we've got a lot going on in the pattern all over the dress, it kind of does add a strength to it. So I'm hoping I get away with it. The reason that I'm wanting this particular dress is because it's a hot day today in Sydney. By the way, happy Easter everybody. This morning I have gone to the beach and I had breakfast in my car looking at the beautiful ocean. And what I had was, which is scrambled eggs in a pita bread, pita pocket, and it had some salmon and it had some goat's cheese, and it had an almond cappuccino and a caramel kiss for Easter. So I had a lovely breakfast this morning, looking at the ocean, sparkling water, just thinking how wonderful. And I just wanted to wear something soft and casual. I've coupled it with some gold sandals. They're flat. They actually have a pointy toe. I've just got a gold bracelet on, some gold earrings, and a little Turkish ring. And that's a bit of sparkle there, and just kept my hair really just natural with a little bit of a curl under, and just kept it nice and easy. Some darker eyebrows, a bit of light lipstick and mascara and eyeliner, and that's it. So we like to be casual sometimes. And so what I'm finding is with this particular dress, what I just did was I just took an elastic band and I tightened it from the inside of the dress. I bunched it up so that I got the waist to be shown, and then I actually clipped it with another little clip as well to really show the waist off and the thighs. Because you see, with the tee, what we're wanting is a narrow, apart from the hip and the bust, we're wanting a narrow look to go down the legs. And we can't get that when we have a wide dress. In fact, it looks quite frumpy and matronly on us to have a wide maxi dress. It just does not work. So as you can see here, I've done that with this dress, and I think it really transforms it into a beautiful soft dramatic dress, and it's just casual, comfortable, beautiful to wear for breakfast somewhere or to go and meet friends for a light lunch or something. Now, if you look at Christina Hendricks, we'll just point this out. I'll just point this out again about the hips, because you can see here that she's almost got a long rectangular body with the hips and the bust. But also, you can see that when she dresses to that straight line, so that straight vertical of the tee, and then just accommodates for the curves with some folds and some draping around the curves, she gets it right. When she actually goes really wide in her dress, it does look separate from her. It's not accommodating the curves, and it's not accommodating that natural line that she has. It's off, in my opinion, and I think Kibbe would probably say the same thing if he was dressing her. Where she's really got it right are these beautiful ball gowns that she wears. And I do notice that, and in Mad Men as well, with the wriggle dresses, she really got it right. She's got some ties in the front and some folds, and it looks fantastic. And you know, even if she's overweight, she still follows the same lines and she looks great. When she, again, wears a big, long maxi dress, really wide, it's just not doing much for her. Of course, we can all wear maxi dresses and wide dresses if we want to, that's what makes us feel comfortable. But if you truly look amazing in a maxi wide dress, I really would challenge you to look at the Flamboyant natural style, because it's more than likely that you're flamboyant natural. And if you can wear things like linens and stronger materials, it's more than likely you're flamboyant natural. You know, those natural fabrics, thicker natural fabrics look fantastic on you. So it's more than likely you're going to go into that kind of style if you've got fairly broad shoulders and your shoulders are lovely and square. I think that's where some confusion happens, because the flamboyant natural has some angularity in their décollage around their shoulders, and they also have quite big hips when they put weight on, and so often people think that they might be a soft dramatic when in fact they're a flamboyant natural. And the flamboyant natural can really wear such amazing floating dresses, you know. Like I often think of these women in the Sahara Desert, you know, and they've got these amazing big floating long maxi dresses floating in the wind as they jump on a horse. You know, my imagination. But anyway, they look so amazing. So, you know, it's worth looking at that for yourself. And there's no harm in looking and deciding, well, you know what, I think I'm this rather. I know I'm not that, because I just can't wear that sort of dress. As much as I would love to, I just can't. And I'm happy with my style anyway. I love what I am. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it there. I'd love for you to look out for a video that I'm going to do in a couple of weeks on how to work out your own personal colours without looking at the seasonal colour quizzes. This is something a little bit different, and I'm going to love sharing that with you. And it'll be something that you can work on for yourself if you haven't worked out your colours already. And if you haven't seen some of the other videos, I'll leave them here now on the screen and put links to them in the comments so that you can have a look at them. I hope you have a lovely Easter. Be safe, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Love you so much. Thank you for everything you're doing for me here. Bye. And here's my little dog that's come. Hello, Lily. Come here, Bubby. Come and say hi. Come here, sweetie. Hello. 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 How are you today? Are you having a fun day? Yes.